bring to you the third installment of the Symposium on the Blessed Mother Teresa, which was held on the 7th of August.
For the inspiring exposition on Jesuits in the making of Mother Teresa. The pictorial representation of your lecture was truly very interesting and informative. I'm sure that a large part of our audience are convinced about the significant role of the Jesuits in the life and work of Mother Teresa. I would now take the opportunity to invite Mrs. Geeta Kumar, daughter of Mrs. Sunita Kumar, to make a presentation on Mother, a role model to be humane. I would humbly request Mrs. Geeta Kumar to pay a floral tribute to the picture of Mother Teresa.
Respected fathers, Sister Prema, and guests. My mother, Sunita Kumar, is very sorry she cannot be here today, as she is unwell. But it gives me great pleasure to be here. I'm so happy to be reading out her words to you. After my second child in 1966, I wanted to do something more than just to be at home and look after the children. So I joined a ladies' study group who were the co-workers of Mother Teresa. This group made special paper packets designed by Mother so that the lepers could take their pills without help. Mother would drop in occasionally at these meetings. It was at one such meeting in 1967 that I first met her. When I shook hands with her, I felt a warmth and strength that I can't explain. Little did I know then that I would have the privilege of working with her for the rest of her life. Happily, I continue to help the missionaries of charity till this day. Mother was a Virgo like me, so we got along very well. All work had to be done instantly. Whenever she called me for some work, she expected a call back as early as possible. Somehow, she could always sense if you were actually doing the work or bluffing. One evening, we were having a party at home when Mother called me to come to Mother House for some work. I told Mother that my driver had gone home. Promptly she said, "Don't worry, I'll send you my ambulance." Taken aback, I apologized and told her the truth. "Never mind," she said lovingly, "you can come tomorrow morning," and did not launch into a sermon. That was the first and last time I tried to bluff her. She had the ability of seeing through you. One of her greatest strengths was her humility. Apart from her organizational skills, she tackled the complex civil and police regulations for all her homes and work, always at lower levels, and made friends with them so that she did not disturb the top bosses. All of them willingly cooperated with her and always helped her out. I remember an incident when Mother was very sick with a heart problem. She was being shifted from Woodlands Nursing Home to the Birla Heart Hospital. She was being carried out on a stretcher when she suddenly said, "Ajoy, kemon acho?" to one of the bystanders. I was very surprised and asked her, "How do you know him?" "He is a driver of the Kolkata Corporation ambulance," said Mother. "I call him when I need to pick up abandoned destitutes from the footpath. He comes with the ambulance immediately and takes care of all the formalities." This connect at the lower levels helped cut out red tape and get immediate help. Usually, Mother's presence would open all doors. I recall another incident when our jockey Dwayne Woods had a riding accident on the racecourse and broke his back. He was rushed to the hospital and his parents asked us to request Mother to come and pray for him. It was mid-afternoon and Mother was to catch a flight that evening, but though the time was short, she still agreed. When we arrived with Mother, to our amazement, we were rudely told by the receptionist that it was not visiting hours and that Mother couldn't see Dwayne. We were very surprised and my husband Naresh got into a heated argument with the receptionist. Mother was quiet for a while, then told us that the receptionist was only doing his duty. There was an uneasy silence and we didn't know what to do. Struck by Mother's humility, the receptionist suddenly changed his mind and allowed us to go up. Being humble was one of Mother's virtues. I used to visit and work at several of Mother's homes happily. After a while, Mother realized that I was hesitant to go to and work at Nirmal Hriday, the home of the dying. So one day, she personally escorted me there to help me get over my fear of seeing the suffering of some of the dying inmates. She said, "You don't have to be scared when you see the inmates. Just smile and walk in. When you see them, you'll find the inmates are happy to see you." In Mother's homes, all the sisters and volunteers are always smiling and working. Nobody is screaming and shouting. The atmosphere is always calm and full of love. Going with her made me strong enough to see such human suffering. Working with her was a pleasure. She had a good sense of humor. One day we were driving past Victoria Memorial and she said, "Why can't they give this monument to me to house the poor?" She was obsessed to just look after and work for the poor. Mother was above religion. It didn't matter to her about which religion you belonged to. She looked after everybody. All of us are praying to one God. Many of her homes all over the world are built and donated by people of all religions, companies, and trusts. We always went to pray with her before taking our flights abroad. She'd take us to the chapel and say, "You sit the way you do for your prayers and pray, and I will kneel and say my prayers." Then she would pray for our safe journey to and fro. To work with Mother Teresa in a way was relaxing. There were no demands or pressure. You could go when you had the time. She would always say, "You look after your home and family first, and then come to me. There is no need to sacrifice your comforts. Continue to live in the same way that you are accustomed to." All this made us so comfortable. Traveling with Mother was a great experience. It revealed the deep love and respect she enjoyed all over the world. At Heathrow Airport, bowler-hatted Englishmen would put down their briefcases and clap. Many people wanted to be blessed by her, while others wanted to just touch her sari. Once at Rome, there was a near stampede. Since Mother never had any book luggage, I decided to carry all my belongings in a small airbag so that Mother did not have to wait for my luggage. She maintained a more than hectic pace, attending to her work, and it was impossible for me to keep up with her. I was totally exhausted and requested for a break. I asked her how could she work continuously without resting. She smiled and said, "Sunita, I fill my tank with prayer." I remember one day she decided to give away her awards and use the money for the poor. She brought out the cloak that she was given at the University of Cambridge, where she had received an award. She handed it to me and said, "This is for you, it suits your style." Of course, I didn't accept it. I always dressed simply when I went to meet Mother, but she was aware that I liked to dress stylishly and often complimented me on my clothes. In the 30 years that I spent with her, I learned all about life, especially to give love, dignity, and service to the poor, irrespective of race and religion. She was a true saint. Thank you.
There's a lot of excitement in Kolkata for the Mother Teresa International Film Festival, which will be held this Friday, the 26th of August at London. This Friday also happens to be Mother's birthday. The Blue Stripes visited the box office at the Archbishop House, Park Street, where volunteers distributed tickets absolutely free for all the shows. Today's trivia question is, what is the recent Hollywood film on Mother having its India premiere at MTIF4? The answer to this question will be given to you on Friday. The answer to Monday's question is, MTIF4 is opening at London, Kolkata on August 26th. It will be held till August 29th. Join us this Friday for Mother Teresa Decoded, an inter-school quiz contest on Mother. This is Mrs. Khan, and see you